Hey guys, welcome to the 25 hottest women in the world. I've been thinking about this for a long time. I got to the number 25 and then I stopped. There's a lot of caveats I want to introduce before we get started. Like, they have to be alive, for one. A young Beatrice Dahl. I'm picking her nose here. This is her in Betty Blue. I consider this the most attractive human being on the planet Earth. She's not so much anymore. I think she's like boning rappers and living in a squat, chugging red wine every day in Paris. Sorry, B. You're no longer at the top of the list. You're not even on this list. But I love you to death. I feel like I'm talking about an ex-girlfriend. I still love you, Beatrice. And obviously, but before we even get started, my wife is obviously the most beautiful creature in the world to me. There she is with my little boy, Johnny Buffalo. What do we got here? Look at this face. This I have saved as a screensaver on my phone. This is them at some photo booth. So obviously the squaw is my number one. But I still have eyeballs. I still remember my single days. And I think I still have a great knack for locating the top woman in the world. Now, I used to have a great list on Instagram of chicks, Instagram chicks, I guess you'd call them. I've been kicked off Instagram. I can't remember who those were. So ladies, if you were totally unfamous, but you just had a great Instagram account, I'm sorry you didn't make this list. I can't see you anymore. So these are almost all famous people. Another thing that I have to explain, and this is kind of ethereal, dudes might understand. I'm not sure chicks would understand this. I left out a lot of incredibly hot supermodels, like Bella Hadid, or Jessica Alba, or Gal Gadot. Even a really cool chick like Aubrey Plaza. A lot of these girls you're going to see are more than just hot. They're also wives. I'm going for the whole package here. Aubrey Plaza has the whole package. But why is she not on this list? I can't explain why. Why is the chick from Game of Thrones on this list and she isn't? Aubrey's probably way cooler to hang out with. I don't know. It's just like too easy. It's like Olivia Munn or Jennifer Lawrence. Do you really want them as a wife? Yeah. It's like liking the Yankees or Superman or drinking Coca-Cola instead of Pepsi. It's just lame. Now, I drink Budweiser instead of anything interesting. So that part is too hard to explain. And that's kind of what I love about these lists. They seem like a science, but it's not a science. There's a lot of sort of vibing going on. Like when you say a girl is a 7.8, you don't really know why. And then someone goes, what about a 7.7? And you go, no, 7.8. And sometimes you want to be nice. And you'll say about a 6, she's a solid 7. And then you just feel dirty inside. You feel wrong. Anyway, let's start with the ugliest of the 25 hottest women in the world. Have I mentioned everything I want to talk about, by the way? Wife, fantasizing. Oh, yeah. Part of this, too, is my wife has to have died in a plane crash for me to have these fantasies. Larry David talks about having a brief period of mourning. I'd have a long period of mourning. But eventually, we'd get into the afternoon of her death. And I feel like I would get over it. Okay, I've covered absolutely all the caveats. That's the unfortunate position we're in this day and age. Archie Bunker would just jump into the number 25, but I got to sort of lay out the foundations of this list before we can enjoy ourselves. But now let's have some fun. Number 25, the ugliest of the 25 hottest women in the world alive today is a fictional character, I guess. But it's possible she could be real in the sense that you could marry Kate Blanchett and you could say, could you dye your hair black and make it kind of messier? No, not with that shit on her head. I don't like that one. I like this. I like her smoky eyes. I love this sort of old face. When you get to my age, I'm 48, we kind of like laugh lines and those cheek wrinkles they get. And the black, dirty hair. Let's see the whole Google image results, Ryan. I love an element of haggard. Ooh, do this one. I love an element of sort of burnt out. Now, that is awesome. The disgusting hair, no conditioner. The eyes are a little overdone, but we're in the same ballpark. And she's old as shit. She's 49. She's older than me. She's old enough to be my mom if women could have babies when they were 1. But that's the most hideous, beautiful woman in the world. Number 24. Now, this one I was reluctant. I actually took her off the list a bunch of times. Cheryl Burke from Dancing with the Stars. She right now has been married and she looks kind of, I think she got overfucked maybe during her honeymoon, but she seems a little bit like a stretched out porn star recently, but that's not recent. That's in her heyday. Keep going down the Google image things. She has this mouth. These I love like a horse mouth with some overdone lips. Jews get it a lot. You're just choosing the same one I just pointed to. Scroll down, scroll down. You want to get young Cheryl Burke. There's one where you can really see her gums. Oh, this was a great era when she was with the 90210 guy. How sexy is that? I don't know what race she is. You're going to see a lot of sort of brunettes. My mother is a buxom blonde bimbo, and so I have a reverse Oedipal complex. I like my chicks brunette and ethnically ambiguous. Keep going down. I want to see one with her mouth. Her sort of oversized gums. I thought I saw it. Ooh, that's a good one. No. Go down. Yeah, stop. What about that one? Yeah, you see what I'm getting at with the mouth and those teeth? That's a real French-Canadian look that she has there. Now, we don't approve of short hair, obviously, guys. Oh, look at that one. That's great, too. Look at that mouth. I think a huge percentage of a woman's attractiveness is the mouth. Ladies with thin lips, I feel bad for you. I hope you can correct it with surgery. But that's kind of getting a bit much. Did she do something to them? Why do you always wreck yourselves, ladies? Oh, that's a winner right there. Wowie. That is some stuff. That's pretty great, too. There's one particular image, though, I have in my head. Go down. It's just a headshot. Nah, that's great. All right, we could be here all day. Oh, look at this. This is why she's only go down. See that one right there? No, the other one. See what I mean? Ladies, if you got a big forehead, you don't want to show us your 8 head. Let's get some bangs going on there. Little haggard, but still, you're in the top. There's what, 3.4 billion women in the world, and you're in the top 25. You should be very happy with that. All right, let's jump to number 23. Now, this one is old as hell. She's probably like in her mid-50s. This is Lori Grenier. Grenier? She doesn't Google image as well as I had hoped. If you look at her, she's kind of got a big dude schnoz in a lot of these pictures. And if you look at non-Shark Tank stuff, you really see the age in her neck and stuff, and you realize, I have an old fetish. This is like granny porn. All right, that's not a good one. So some of these are cheating in the sense that I don't know if Lori live would be something that you want. But I did include a clip, I think, Ryan, a YouTube clip. It's sort of like a sizzle reel for her on Shark Tank. I don't know what it is about her on Shark Tank, but I want to invent a me sleeping with you. And you can have 100% of it for $0. No, please. I want to be in. I want to be in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. So turn it up. So her thing is like a black guy's the worst. He never invests in anything. I don't know. She's spunky. She's exciting. She always has these insane stilettos. She looks so clean. She's the kind of girl where you Google her, and this goes against coveting thy neighbor's wife, but you Google her and you look at her husband and you go, why do you get to fuck her? Can't I just go in your head for once? Is that what you get to do when you die? Oh my God, I just thought of something. You know when you have sex with your significant other and you're blackout drunk? I wouldn't be surprised if a ghost, like a dead guy, just goes in there and has sex with your wife using your body during that time. That's why you can't remember it, because it was Ed the Carpenter in there. Okay, we're now down to 22. This one's weird. This woman is Layla Lo Safi. She's probably one of these Iranians who her parents left during the revolution in Iran, and they call themselves Persian. I'm just totally guessing, by the way. She could be any race. But she was in a band called I Heart something. what were they called again? iHeart's Revolution. This is now, I think, we're going back to early 2000s. And she did this cool thing where she put pink over her eyes. The reason that I'm putting her in a lot of these women in this list is it's not just your Gigi Hadid beauty that gets you in here. It's also your culture that makes you interesting. I mean, sex is, at best, say you fuck every single day. That's what? And you're the Mr. Marathon Man. That's 20 minutes a day. And that's the craziest scenario I can come up with, right? So we still have 23 hours and 40 minutes to get through. You don't want her to be a bore. And this band was really good and weird and hip. And there's this one picture of her in the New York Times that altered my life. And ladies, if you're single and you're looking for a man, you want to just click on the first one there, dude. The New York Times. Yes. Look at that. Zoom in on that. Can you zoom? You haven't reached your limit here? Zoom it, zoom it, zoom it. All right, we're going to lose resolution. But, all right, the little overalls are really cute. Look, if we were allowed to have Dead Woman in this, I would have Terry Garr from Oh God. That's one of the most attractive human beings on the planet. So she's got that Terry Garr Oh God thing. And, you know, we're not talking about gigantic tits or a crazy ass. You can have a little bump, a little beer bump. We don't care. But this shit. White high heels with red socks. Socks and high heels. Ladies, you can get anyone you want. I swear to God, if Jessica Alba was wearing sports sandals and she was standing next to Rosie O'Donnell, who had on Asian Provocateur lingerie and socks with heels, you can call me a liar, but I swear I would be going, I'd probably choose Jessica Alba, but I'd make her take off those sports sandals. So that's the kind of thing that a guy wakes up thinking about. I cannot explain why. Italian women are great at pursuing it, but socks and heels, that might be the only reason she's here at number 22. But anyway, she seems really interesting. I'm not sure what she's up to now. Likely married. Number 21, Lea Michele from Glee. Was she in Glee? Yeah. I think she might be married now, but she has a schnoz that makes Pete Townsend look like Barbie Benton. And she's a looker, man. I don't know what it is. Something about her big smile and her big schnoz. She just seems like she'd be a loving mom, and she'd always have a positive attitude. Like, look at that. And she's making cool things. It's like taco night some nights. It's movie night another night. She makes her own Halloween costumes for the kids. Maybe you're not a schnoz guy, and I'm not really a schnozzer either, although I have a button nose, so to have normal kids, I think there's an attraction that we have where we want to improve our faults. That's why you see really tiny girls dating 6'4" guys. And as someone with no chin and a button nose, I kind of find myself attracted to women with chins and substantial noses. Look at that one. Look at her. Ooh, you know who I did? Did Demi Lovato make it into this one? I wonder if she did. I may have forgotten one. Oh, no, she's there, number 14. She has a bit of that Demi Lovato stuff, that Italianness. She might be a Jew, although she doesn't. I don't know why she doesn't seem like a Jew to me. She's got the schnoz. Keep going down. Let's see some more pictures of her, because I don't. Oh, whoa. I may not be selling it very well. That's great. Keep going. What about that? What about that fancy shot with the wind? Do you see what I'm getting at? She also looks very fertile. I feel like she's going to make you like 5 kids in 6 years. Anyway, she's a winner. I've never heard her music or anything like that. Here's a fun one. Number 20, just some random chick called Doodle on a Motorcycle. I don't know her real name. She calls herself Doodle. She could be a Jew. And she's just a chick. So that'll give you a good idea what she's about. She's got kind of a Jewy vibe, kind of a Native American vibe, kind of an Asian vibe, kind of a just classic brunette vibe, Hispanic. She could be Mexican. She could do with some bangs. But she also just looks like a high-quality chick to hang out with. There is she. Look at her there. A little bit chica. That's not a great picture of her, actually. Ooh, that's a pretty rough one. Let me see that one. This is getting into that Shark Tank chick where you sort of go, oh, maybe I'm wrong. Wait, do a different one. We got to cleanse the palate here. And she definitely is Jewish at this point. What about that one? Yeah. Doesn't she look awesome? Don't you want to go on a motorcycle ride with her? You know how I discovered her? I was worried that I was doing something wrong with the oil on my Bonneville, on my Triumph Bonneville. And I just Googled, check oil, replenish oil on Triumph on YouTube. And she comes up. That's how shitty I am with motorbikes, by the way. My repairs are so facile that when I look them up, a chick is doing them. Because they assume, oh, it must be a 20. Oh, here we go. Now we're cooking with gas.
Me, I'm 5'3". Those people usually don't have the problem that I did. But the problem that I had was every day I struggle riding with it. If I had to back it up from a parking spot, if I even have to take it off a kickstand, if I ever stopped in a turn for an emergency situation,
that's a big bike.
Maybe I hit my brakes in a turn. Or
all right, Doodle, that's enough of you. All right, here's a kooky one. Number 19. This one's kind of fun. Katie Mixon. There's a lot of different Katie Mixons out there.